When I was nearing the end of law school, it was one of the worst periods of time that you could actually graduate to become a lawyer. 2 years prior, the Great Recession hit.
For Wall Street, it was another case of whiplash.
Now it's official, we are in a recession.
50% of my class was struggling to find any sort of employment. It was devastating. I think it comes from my grandfather, who survived the Holocaust. He was an entrepreneur too. Just like him, when I'm hit with adversity, I don't bottle up, I get to work. When I first got hired, it was this pivotal moment where everything finally seemed to come together and click. I was joining a new firm and I was interviewing for that position the same time I was interviewing with a client, and both basically hired me at the same time. The client had a defamatory review on ripoffreport.com. At the time, Ripoff Report was a very powerful website. Ripoff Report had these policies in place where once you put something on the website, you can never take it down. It's on there forever. Now, the one loophole, you can get a court order finding that what's posted on there is defamatory. And if you provide that court order to Google, they will remove it from their search results. The night before the deposition, the client called me and he said, "You gotta see this." The person who was the defendant signed up for several X-rated websites using that username that he used to post the review. He had a bunch of nude photos on the site. It was surprising to say the least. But what came to me as a bigger shock was that my client was then like, "You gotta use this stuff."
When Aaron saw the evidence that the PI found, he was flabbergasted. Personally, those were my pictures. I wouldn't have shown anybody.
And I'm sitting there thinking, what? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got an industrial laser printer, Aaron."
He didn't want to get in trouble for using this type of evidence, but it was very damning against this person, so we decided to use it.
He came to the deposition with 3 or 4 pictures printed out this big.
And the only debate was, should we use the damning evidence in the beginning or use it at the end? We debated for a while, and we thought the best course of action was to use it right in the beginning so we could knock the opponent right off his feet right on the get-go. And that's what we did.
We did not leave the room. The lawyer and defendant immediately made an offer, and we settled. We were able to get a court order to get this defamatory review out of Google search results for the client. After that case, when I got it done, I had gotten a great result for the client. I was like, wow, this is what I want to do. I just want to focus on this area. And when the light bulb really went off, I saw there were over 1 million reports on the website. I still remember the day I was asked to leave. I'd been at the firm a year or two. They essentially told me that it's great that you can generate your own business, but now the phone's ringing for you more than it is for us. We think it would be best if you moved on. I was shocked. I was really worried. It was funny, I still remember talking to Anna about it, and she wasn't worried at all. But I realized that at that point, I already knew what I could do. And I was gonna go for it. So I decided to open my own law firm, Minc Law. It was gonna be the top firm in the nation, even the world, that only focuses on online defamation, the premier firm for dealing with these types of issues. At Minc Law, it's not just about legal representation. It's about providing unrivaled expertise and the ability to help clients with the issues that they're facing today, now, and in the future. If your reputation is at stake, you need to trust the best. And at Minc Law, you found the best.